There are corners of history so dense they absorb all light. I am your narrator, and this is Vanta Black History. In 1916, the 5th Norfolk Regiment vanished without a trace during the Gallipoli campaign. The official record lists them as missing in action, but declassified documents tell a different story entirely. What happened to 467 British soldiers who walked into a forest and never came out? The War Office sealed the file for 90 years. When it was finally opened, the truth was more disturbing than the mystery. The War Office Casualty Report from August 1916 lists the 5th Norfolk Regiment as missing in action. 467 men, not killed in action, not wounded, missing. The file was immediately classified and sealed for 90 years. No search parties were dispatched. No investigation was conducted. The families were told their sons had simply vanished. The official history states the regiment advanced toward Turkish positions on August 12th and became separated from the main force during heavy fighting. They were last seen entering a wooded area near Sivlabet. The account suggests they may have been captured or killed in small skirmishes. This version appeared in every subsequent military history. It contains no witness statements and cites no supporting evidence. In 1998, Turkish military archives were opened to researchers. The Ottoman army records from Gallipoli tell a different story. Turkish forces reported a major engagement with British troops on August 12th near Suvla Bay. The action lasted 4 hours. The Turkish commander recorded that no prisoners were taken. Every British soldier in the engagement was killed. There was no wooded area. There was no separation from the main force. Declassified British intelligence reports from July 1916 show the War Office knew the Turkish positions were heavily fortified. Reconnaissance photographs clearly showed machine gun emplacements covering the exact route the 5th Norfolk would. The assault was ordered anyway. The cover-up began immediately. Within hours of the battle, 3 wounded soldiers from supporting units who witnessed the massacre were transferred to hospitals in different countries. Their medical records show identical diagnoses of shell shock and memory loss. Each was interviewed separately by intelligence officers. The transcripts of those interviews were classified at the highest level. 2 of the witnesses died in separate accidents within 6 months of returning to England. In 2006, a private diary was discovered in a church basement in Norfolk. It belonged to Captain James Morrison, the 5th Norfolk's chaplain who had been ordered to remain behind during the assault. His final entry, dated August 13, 1916, describes watching the attack through field glasses. Quote, "The boys walked into the guns in perfect formation. It was not battle, it was execution. The colonel knew." The 5th Norfolk Regiment was deliberately sacrificed. British High Command knew the assault would fail, but ordered it anyway to test Turkish defensive capabilities before the main offensive. The regiment was chosen because it was composed primarily of working-class volunteers with no political connections. The massacre was then covered up to avoid scandal. 467 men died not in battle, but as expendable test subjects for military intelligence. The men who ordered the 5th Norfolk to their deaths were promoted. The officers who organized the cover-up received honors. The families who lost sons were told they died heroically for king and country. The classified files remained sealed until everyone responsible was safely dead. This is how institutions protect themselves. They do not destroy the evidence. The truth emerged 90 years too late. The perpetrators died with honors. The victims remained officially missing. The files are now public, but the lies are carved in stone. This is how history protects those who write it. The regiment was declared missing. The survivors were sworn to silence. The truth was classified for 90 years. If you dare to keep exploring what others prefer to keep buried, subscribe and activate the bell. In this archive, dossiers never fully close. Stay in the shadows.